You saw the title, you saw the thumbnail. I didn't expect that I was gonna make another video on the Atrioc situation. I thought my last video was actually fairly, I was fairly content with that. But yesterday at around, I guess it would have technically been today, at about 1 a.m., the day of recording and posting this, Atrioc released a twit longer, which is basically a big apology statement, um, and sort of details how he's going to quote unquote move forward. Now, he doesn't say move forward, but I'm kind of paraphrasing a little bit. And he talks about and he kind of outlines his actions and what he plans to do moving forward, which include working with some of the people um, that he has unfortunately hurt to make things better. He is working with a law firm called Ryan Morrison's law firm. Um, I'm not entirely familiar. I don't really care about the fucking law firm. But working with them and paying off any and all of the legal fees associated with any of the people um, who are affected and who are working to get the content, to get the deepfakes taken off of the internet, and sue the people who put these up, because it was non-consensual, and it is illegal and not good, not right. And no reasonable person, and I outlined this in the last video, no reasonable person is saying that what Atrioc did in terms of watching that specific type of content, specifically deepfake pornography, nobody is saying that that is morally or subjectively or any kind of thing right, that was okay. Nobody's fucking saying that. Okay. And the people that are either fucking trolling or are genuinely disconnected from all fucking reality and entirely. And Atrioc actually makes a statement in here, and I will link the statement in the description, the twit longer in the description. It says, "Lastly, to anyone who has expressed the sentiment of quote unquote support that what I did wasn't wrong or that I shouldn't apologize, fuck you. Sincerely, I do not want your support. I do not stand with you." Which, that is a fucking amazing statement. That's an amazing kind of thing to go through and do. That was great. It's a great statement. Which is a lot more than what a lot of other people who have been caught doing bad shit have done. They just straight up don't even acknowledge the people who support them for what they did. Atrioc is specifically coming out and saying, these people, if you are saying that this is like your opinion on this, fuck you. I don't want your support. Which is a good step. And so why make a video? This seems a lot like a recap of shit that I already did. Everything that I kind of already outlined in my last video, because I want to propose a question. Okay, propose a question for the comments. I want opinions on this, because to me it genuinely confuses me, because there is a take that is going out and going around, um that is basically like, whatever Atrioc does, no matter what Big A does, he will always be a bad person, because he did not come out beforehand to say that what he did was wrong. He didn't preemptively come out and say this is wrong. I did this, it's wrong, I shouldn't have done that. He didn't preemptively do this, which, I mean, to me, as an outsider, as somebody who is outside looking in on this situation, um, and whose opinion on the morality or whether or not he should come back fundamentally doesn't matter. Um, because I am not Atrioc and I am not one of the people who is affected. I'm not in the category of people who are affected. It is this sentiment that for whatever reason, that accountability doesn't matter, or that the him taking accountability fundamentally just doesn't matter because he didn't preemptively come out and say something about it. And I want your opinion on whether you agree or disagree with that, because I personally think that is stupid. And I saw a tweet earlier today. I will see if I can find it really quickly for you, because it like really, in my brain at least, it like really um kind of hit the right spot. Right here. Let me pull it up on screen. This argument gives off the vibe of the same thing. Of you're only getting sober because we staged an intervention, bro. Where's your sense of accountability? And he goes, do you really think getting caught can be a wake up call for people who are knowingly doing something wrong? Cognitive dissonance is a thing. Which is something that I as an outsider looking in, agree with, in terms of like whether or not Atrioc can move forward in any way, shape, form, how, or whatever, or make good on on the harm that he caused, try to be better and put more good out into the world, and try to overcome the bad shit that he did. And to say that it doesn't matter defeats the whole purpose of fucking doing anything, right? Because theoretically, right, Atrioc could have completely ignored everything. He could have he could have done a number of things that would have just been the equivalent of ignoring and not giving a fuck and not caring about any of the victims or anybody that he's hurt, right? And we can, people are going to, not whether they should or not, people are going to debate whether or not what he said and the actions that he plans to take. And I assume that he is going to take these actions. I highly doubt we are going to see a situation where he says he is going to do something and then nothing gets done, because I truly believe, whether naively or not, that one bad thing, or that doing one bad thing, does not immediately set you up for a lifelong road of continuous bad things. That you're taking one or that you're doing one bad thing, in this case watching deepfakes, while bad, while horrible, while all those things can be true, it is, in my opinion, which may or may not matter at all, to be quite frank, that a person, any person, who prior to their bad thing had a history of positive actions and taking positive steps when things affected other people, that they can that they can make the change and be better, and be and set a better example for everyone to come through. That Atrioc, as a person, can be more than a martyr for something bigger than himself. because at this point, with everything that's kind of going on, the topic of what he did is approaching a level that is bigger than Atrioc himself. And so either one of two things is going to happen. Either one of two things can really happen. Atrioc can get better, can be a better person, can prove to other people, whether it just be his audience or whether it be his associates and people who are close and around him, that he can. I mean, I've said it once, I've said it a million times, that he is capable of being better than than the sum of what he did. Now, there are people who are out and about on the internet who are attacking people who have the stance of he can get better, of he can be a better person. Ludwig came out with with the response to one of the people who tweeted his name. He goes by Josh on the thing. Balanced Doubt is the name of the streamer in this case scenario. And I'll pull it up here. I'll pull it up on the thing. This is the last thing I just want to talk about. Of He said, I just don't understand how anyone can care about this guy's apology. People don't change this fast. And literally the only reason he's doing any of this is because he got caught. Daily reminder, stay away from virtue signals. Good people don't need to try hard to prove it. Which I don't know the whole I want to get into the trying hard to prove that you're a good person, because doing good actions ends in a good result. And that kind of gets into the fucking Mr. Beast thing, which also is fucking going on. I'm not gonna attack that. I can, if you wanted to talk about it in the comments, tack it in the comments. We can attack it there. And then Ludwig came with a response. I think change equals standing a goal, then taking steps to achieve that goal. In my opinion, this post serves as accountability for his actions that has caused harm and stating his goal of how to change. But I am biased because I want him to change. And then we get into the thing earlier. Or I don't want to expose a bunch of other people that that aren't involved here. But it got one of these fucking responses. It's these two responses that I want to get into. I'm gonna put these separate here, because I think that this is both very doomist and very self-destructive to even trying to do anything good. So here are the statements. You can read them here. This is disrespectful to him, to Ludwig, who is somebody who's basically said that his opinion on it doesn't even really fucking matter. That the only person's opinions who matter are the people who are affected. And he expresses that, that he hopes that Atrioc can improve, because that is the better thing for everybody, that he improves and that he does good. And then this dude fucking calls him cuckwig for that. And we have up top, which is the defeatist fucking thing, which again, you can attack in the comments. I don't believe in the defeatism of personalities and people until it becomes a problem or a pattern. Until it becomes a pattern of bad behavior. I personally am under the stance that anybody can change. And that's just my personal thing. And that's how I personally look at people. And for this one to say, Ludwig, your girlfriend was involved with this fuckhead loser. He fucked up and he's going to step away. He's a perv and loser. Walk different ways. A boyfriend is not going to be friends with someone that sexualized their girlfriend. There's no change for a perv, is what Yobs here responded with. And it's that last part, okay? The last part that nobody nobody can change. That he did something that is perverted, that was wrong, that everybody can agree that was wrong, but that one action, that singular action, instantly, there's no comeback, there's no room for change, there's nothing that he can possibly do that could possibly make up for anything that he has ever done in the future or otherwise. In the past, present, or future, there is nothing possible that he can ever do. And I think that's defeatist. And that's, I don't believe, if there's a message that I put out today, it's that defeatism of the personalities and beings of people is more detrimental to overall society and the development of people. If who you were at 10 years old is who you choose to be, if somebody said that you were X at 10 years old, right? And you choose to subscribe to this logic, by the logic of nothing that you can do will ever change who you are, that doing something wrong at age 10 instantly means that you are always going to be doing that for the rest of your life at age 20, at age 30, 40, 50, till you are in the grave. That is who you are. And personally, I believe that maybe, just maybe, that somebody can do something wrong, take accountability, and be better for everybody. Not just for their own sake, or not just for society's sake or whatever. Not for anyone's sake in particular, but that they as an individual can make the change and be better. Now, whether that all happens is all dependent on the actions that Atrioc takes forward. He said that he's going to take a break, and I hope that in that break and in his step away from off-brand and all that, that he can do better, that he can do things that will improve the overall sphere and content world and just general society, the general populace, in terms of improving and getting rid of the shit that he fucking did. Getting rid of deepfake porn. I mean, getting rid of deepfake technology like this in general. You know? And so, I mean, there's no debate on the ethics or the morality of what he did. That's pretty clear cut. That's pretty cut and dry. But I choose to believe that people can be better. And that one action cannot dictate the rest of your life. Maybe it can influence how you move forward. But Fox quote of the day: don't judge somebody by the step that they took. Judge them by the step that they take. Good night.